Hey, it's me. I I'm sitting here in the shop. There's nobody here, and I'm having stream of consciousness, and I wanted to share those thoughts. I am I'm astounded, and it's taken me a long time to be able to come to a place where I can even begin to verbalize it. I'm astounded how people that I love and respect can, in a political process, vote and support and now defend individuals who are completely involved in oppression, separatism, and segregation, all in the name of party politics or um, I don't even think it's self-preservation, but it's in self-advancement. I'm astounded by that, and I'm talking about my friends. I'm not talking about those people that are out there that you feel like you don't like or whatever. I'm talking about the loved ones, the individuals that I love, who I know in my heart I have seen them refuse and rebuff racism and separatism on a personal level. I have seen them leave towns and cities that were racist because they could just see it and feel the vibe and didn't want to be anywhere near it. And yet they feel it's okay to endorse actions by individuals that are elected officials that are elitist, that dogmatically talk about and create separatism and are ardently trying to separate the people. They're actively pushing people apart. They can accept it because although they may not agree with it, it's in their benefit. It's in their favor. If they're making a lot of money, then it's our ability to protect your wealth and make sure that you always stay in the social status that you've climbed to. If they're poor, then they're saying, I understand that you're a poor white person and that you are socioeconomically disadvantaged, but at least you're better than them. You're better than those brown people or those black people or those Muslims. And if you stay with us, we guarantee you'll always be better than them. It's a place to create and maintain a caste social structure that people are embracing and sticking with. And my concern is that we as a nation, as a people, can't survive with that mentality. We cannot survive with a me first mentality. And I'm a business owner. I'm sitting in my shop. I'm a capitalist to my core. But as long as we have a me first mentality instead of a we first mentality, we must have a we first mentality. By that I mean if we can't bring my brother along with me, I don't want to go. If it doesn't create opportunities for somebody who also doesn't look like me, if they want to start their own business, if they want to get ahead, if they want to do any of those things and through their own education, intelligence, hard work, and determination, if we are creating barriers to opportunity simply based upon where they come from or what they look like, I am not on board with it. I can't go along with that. If we are not protecting our sisters, and I mean protecting them and providing opportunities for them, I can't go along with it. And I'm astounded, I mean literally astounded, by people who do not believe the same thing, or at least they'll say that they do, but when it comes down to stepping forward and saying, with my vote, with my dollars, with my action and activity in my community, not necessarily at a federal level, but inside my day-to-day community, in the place that I live, am I giving my time, my talent, my resources, my money, me? Am I giving me to make sure that I'm creating an environment of equality, an environment where individuals can rise up based upon the content of their character and not the color of their skin? Am I embracing the things that I, James, personally believe this country is about? And that is, can you rise up based upon your talent, based upon your education, based upon your will? Or are we creating barriers in that space? Are you truly permitted to practice your own religion and call God by any name you choose, or not call God at all, based upon your faith? Are we really going with freedom of religion? Are we really talking about the right to pursue happiness? And are the words on the Statue of Liberty just words anymore? Bring me your poor. Bring me your tired. Bring me your huddled masses. Bring me those that yearn to be free. Do we only mean that if it says, bring me those people if they come from Europe? Bring me those people if they're only hot and are capable of becoming subjugated to wife, and I do mean economically subjugated wife roles? Is that what we're about? Is that the country that we are? Because I know where we've been. A huge problem that we have as a country is that we refuse to acknowledge and teach and own the shortcomings that we've had as a nation. We have done some horrible things to cut corners and get to a place pretty quickly. We've done horrible things. Horrible. And not only do we not teach them in school any longer, we don't talk about them as adults. Because it's uncomfortable, because it means that our fathers and grandfathers may have benefited from doing something that was just abjectly terrible. We don't want to discuss that. And because of it, we are being doomed to repeating the exact same mistakes over and over and over again. Like if we suggest that we should never oppress someone because they were Jewish, and send them to ovens and Nazi camps and make them identify and declare who they are. And yet, 60 years later, it's okay for us to do it with Muslims. It was wrong then, and it's still wrong now. I understand that I'm rambling, and I understand that I'm questioning things that oftentimes we shouldn't question, but I'm going to continue to question them. I'm going to try and figure out, what can we do? What can I do to create safe spaces? What can I do to create opportunities for individuals? What can I do to ensure that you have a safe place of worship and a safe place of education? Like the few spaces that we should always be pounding on our tables, fist pounding hard on the table and saying this is always unacceptable, is there should always be equal opportunity in education, no matter what neighborhood you live in and no matter where your money goes. You should always get the same opportunities at education. You should, at least in K through 12 education. You should always be provided a safe place to worship and practice your faith. Always. And that means especially if it's not the same faith that I have. Especially then, you should be permitted that space. And we've got to get rid of the hypocrisy, folks. We got to get rid of it. If it is not okay for an individual to oppress women and he's got an R behind his name, it is also not okay for that individual to oppress women when he's got a D behind his name. We have got to get rid of this me first, my party first mentality, and we have to think about what is the best possible thing that we can do for the United States of America. And we should get rid of all the individuals who are not talking about unity, who are not talking about liberty and justice for all. Remember, I love you.